Welcome to Dimension Zero. My name is Danny Alex. I am your host. Smattering. It's a smattering of applause, just a little bit. On the second last day of 2025, 2025 will never come again. That's it. It's gone. It's poof. In the annals of history. And perhaps this is as good a time as any to have a little bit of celebratory glass of wine, cup of wine. Yes. That's my first sip. Feels good. So it's the second last day in 2025, and there's really not much going on. You kind of check the news. I check the space news. I check regular news. There's a couple of little interesting tidbits that we're going to go over. The main segment today is about UHZ1 black holes. It's a massive black hole that basically they found. Hold on, let me turn the heater off. Why is that on? Oh my god! That is absolutely it is. They have pictures of it going back 13.5 billion years. 13.5 billion years. This thing is a monster. It is out of this world. So if you could take a picture of it today, what it would look like today, it could be as big as 100 billion solar masses. It's feasting. They think I believe it's primordial, meaning that it started with the start of the universe. And it really is, it's an amazing, one of those crazy things in the universe. Oh, hold on a sec, comments. I forgot to put comments on. There we go. Hey, Zara, how you doing? That's not logical. I don't believe in black holes. Really? Keyword think, but not actually. Hey, yo, girl, what's up? Well, you know what? There is actually talk that black holes might not exist. There is mathematically they exist. It's just my opinion. I'm skeptical about everything these days. Oh, geez. Oh, man. So you got some stories to tell from 2025. Sounds like it's been a interesting year. Is that the way to say it? An interesting year? Can I give you a round of applause? Zara. I subbed you back. I subbed you back today. I did. Subbed you right back. From 2017. 2017. That is 8 years ago. That was a handful. Did you? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I popped in. You subbed me. So Sean, when it comes to pizza, my stomach proves black holes exist. I mean, that's enough proof. I'm sold. I mean, that is, yeah. I mean, that pizza. There's probably a few food items you could put onto that list that kind of. I had an awakening in 2017. Long story, next subject. All right, next subject. Here we go. Black holes. Sean Eric is missing in action. Welcome to the stream, Sean. It's going to be a casual one today. It's always like one of these things. What do you want to do? Like, especially on a day like today, which is like the day before New Year's. I don't know if you guys got plans. I mean, I really don't have. I am gonna go live. I decided I am gonna go live, regardless of whatever happens. If there's a crowd, if it's just me talking to like 1, 2, 3, 10 people, I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna go live for 1 or 2 hours tomorrow, and I'm gonna watch Stranger Things. After that great episode 7, I got the scene lined up. I was gonna play I was gonna play the scene from episode 7 when Will says, "I don't like girls." As a screenwriter, look, it's just not where you put that stuff. It's just not, unless it's going to become an integral part of the story. I don't see how it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe we'll all eat crow and it becomes some. But I thought it was a big Vecna reveal, and it wasn't. Thank you, Zara. Is it Zara or Zara? I think it's Zara. I think you probably go by Zara 777. Those are. Seven's a lucky number, right? So it's 7's good. 7 is good. 7 is very good. 9 is really interesting. 9 is an interesting number. 9 has a whole bunch of mathematical things that only number 9 can do. And of course, odd numbers and even numbers, they're both different. They all have, they act very differently in mathematics. It really is quite, quite strange. And there's like a couple of new segments that I'm looking at starting. One of them, I'll tell you about one of them. I think I'm going to call it YouTube Roulette. YouTube Roulette. And it's 9 can be a very fascinating number in mathematics. But it's going to be YouTube Roulette. And basically, it's going to be with a main segment. We just go into YouTube, we pick a subject. Sometimes it's going to be chat. You guys are going to pick the subject. We're going to go in, we're going to just jump in. And we're going to find a video to watch. If it sucks, we'll go to the next one. And of course, there's a few rules. You have to pause and talk about it. You have to repurpose it. You can't just sit there and watch a video. Otherwise, you get copy struck. Right, Sarah? You know about that stuff, or do you? Yeah, I watched a bit of your content. You're very, very personable. Very personable. But when you're dealing with other people's content, you need to, what's the word? You need to, speak over top of it, pause it, reform it, change it, argue about it. And I think that's where a lot of the chat stuff with people in the chat can really, So anyway, I'm gonna start that next year. I think it's YouTube Roulette. Best name. It's the best name I could think of so far. So it is what it is. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yes, I do have some vino in my cup. Red wine. Oh, that's good. That is good. Oh, there's nothing in the evening. There is nothing. Oh, you do get strikes all the time. I get very few. Okay. Yeah, I get very few. That's the importance with and so basically I have there's 4 rules I'm going to read out every time before we get into go deep diving into YouTube. And we're just going to, there's something fun about the randomness of just going in. We'll do Egypt pyramids and aliens. Go into YouTube, put it in there, boom. We'll find some videos and whatever the subject matter is on a. So that's going to be coming up next year. I got a couple other little segments because science is, and Zara, you've been into like Stefan Burns, right? He's a geophysicist, so more like he does, everyone does science in a very I do science in a very different way. I think I'm a little against the grain, I guess, a little bit more, relaxed or a little bit more, and I think that's the way that is the way, you got to be yourself, right? So that's the way I got to keep all the shows. And I want, keep heavy involvement from the chat. You guys, an entire show might be a random event from chat. That'd be messed up. That'd be freaking awesome, though. I'm Michio Kaku. Oh yeah, Michio. Oh, dude, Michio is. And that's what you do a YouTube dive, a YouTube roulette. Go to YouTube, put in Michio Kaku. Although there is a lot of AI with Michio Kaku, a lot of AI. Yeah, yeah, a lot of AI. I don't know. I'm sure he knows. I don't know why he doesn't stop it, or maybe he does try and stop it. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. So, but it is New Year's tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys have got some plans. Everyone's has a safe New Year's. Most people don't even go out anymore, and I think I know a lot of the bars and the nightclubs are really hurting. Big time. I mean, I haven't been to a nightclub. I don't even know how many years it's been. Oh, you have to count decades since the last time I've been in a. I don't know. It seems like that's like a pre-2020 thing, right? People aren't going out the same way they used to. We're changed, right? Since COVID. I'm not going. Well, you're not the only one, sir. I'm partying with my animals. Yeah, I noticed you have a cat, right? I saw the cat. Was it a cat? It was a cat, right? Partying with your animals, but yeah, you invite a couple of friends over. I mean, I had a couple of people invite me over, and I was like, I think I decided to do a live stream, and then also Stranger Things, right? The season finale of Stranger Things is on tomorrow night. There's not much fun, exciting TV, although. This has been a terrible season. This has been the Game of Thrones for Stranger Things season 8, right? It's the cost in carbs. Oh yeah, the carbs. Yeah. 2 cats and a crazy dog. Yeah, I'm a dog guy. I mean, but cats are lovable. I'm not gonna put down kitty cats. Not gonna put down kitty cats. Yeah, I'm gonna cheers. I hope you had all Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. I think do we say it every year? This year went by so fast, but the last 4 months went by really fast, like crazy fast. And I kind of almost like didn't like it. I don't know. Where was Halloween? I can barely remember Halloween. But anyway, it is what it is, right? Ooh. So I have I have a slideshow, itchy nose, that I did, and so it's a top 10 scientists of all time. Did a little slideshow, top 10 scientists of all time. I wanted to check out. Yesterday we did Space.com's top 10 sci-fi movies. I wanted to do IMDb's top 10 sci-fi movies to see what IMDb's was, and then there was some really interesting news. Space debris. I don't know if you guys know about the space debris. Basically, it's the Kessler effect. Earth is surrounded by if you watch the movie Gravity, you get a real appreciation for the amount of junk that is up there, and it's basically getting worse. It's the Kessler effect, and you know what? Let's go through this real quickly because this is really. This year sucked for me. Oh, sorry. I had a tough year. I did. I left Los Angeles this year. 20 years in Los Angeles. Finally got out May 11th. And the last 2 years have been brutal. If you've owned a small business in America the last 2 years, welcome to a dose of reality, right? It's terrible. It's been terrible for especially small businesses. So, so we got this. How do we did this? No, that's not going to. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I got it. I got you. Add to stage. There we go. And let's remove the. So this came up when this was just an hour ago, right? This came up late in the day. And I'm let me change the screen to get this stuff out of my face. And I'm doing another video on the whole Kessler effect. And the Kessler effect is basically, and I find it shocking that people do not talk about the Kessler effect or the Kessler syndrome, which is basically space debris where eventually you have a chain reaction and it takes out all the satellites. Now there's different layers of satellites that we have, but Why do I have such an itchy nose tonight? Oh my God. I feel like that's all I've been doing is itching my nose. One final itch. And it's interesting how there's very little talk about it. I've done a video. It gets great search results on YouTube, but you only need like one of the layers to go into a chain reaction, and basically you could put the humanity almost back to the near the Stone Age. We would lose almost everything to do with satellite technology, right? If the Kessler effect actually happened. But very few people talk about it. It's quite surprising. And then finally, all of a sudden, like an hour or two ago, space.com sends this out. I'm like, holy cow, someone's actually talking about it. Space debris led to an orbital emergency in 2025. Will anything change? And that's basically the question that I was asking. Some will not change behavior until something bad happens, and that's the shitty thing, right, guys? I mean, that it seems like that's what our society and politicians do. It's not an emergency until it's an emergency. Elon Musk is putting up 48,500 satellites in his satellite. What are they called? The don't tell me now. Don't tell me. I forgot. Earth is surrounded by. Let me delete that out there. Earth is surrounded by human-made debris that orbits our planet, right? It's everything from all the rockets that have gone up there, the satellites that are kaput, and it's been basically 50 years of reckless neglect to let stuff up there, not creating an orbital path for them to fall down. It's a very serious issue. Space debris experts say that nearly 130 million pieces of orbital junk, 130 million pieces, are zipping around our planet. High-speed leftovers from rocket stage explosions, abandoned satellites, as well as bits and pieces of junk from space hardware deployments. Some of this meandering mess is the result of the deliberate demolition of spacecraft by way of anti-satellite weapons testing. Well, I mean, that. All this space clutter means increased risk of collisions that generate more debris, better known as the Kessler syndrome. That cascading effect was detailed back in 1978 by NASA scientists. If you guessed his last name was Kessler, you are put on the I am smart cap. Donald Kessler and Burton Coeur Palais. In French, you don't pronounce that S, Palais. I guess in North American speak, it'd be Burton Coeur Palais. In the seminal space physics paper, Collision Frequency of Artificial Satellites. The creation of a debris belt 47 years later. The creation of a debris 47. The problem has only gotten worse, and as several debris strike incidents this year show, we have no good way to solve or even slow down the accumulation of orbital debris around our planet. Think about that. We still have no good way to solve or even slow down the accumulation of orbital debris around our planet. It's only getting worse. It will hit critical mass. It's going to take out every satellite. Now, there'll be some left, on extended orbits, maybe on inner orbits. But hey, if it's in an inner orbit, that stuff is eventually going to fall. It's going to take everything out below it. You know what? I was watching video today of, I would love to go to New Zealand and Hobbiton. Have you guys seen Hobbiton from Lord of the Rings? I mean, you know what? There is something, you're watching scenes of Hobbiton. Because when they did they took it down for Lord of the Rings, and when they put it back up for The Hobbit, they kept it, and now it's a thing. And like thousands of people go there, thousands. It's a massive staff, a gardening staff of 15 people. But anyway, you look at the serenity of a peaceful existence, and sometimes you kind of think, you know what? maybe a simple life isn't too bad. I would live like a hobbit. I would. I would. I would absolutely live like a hobbit. And we might be going there because the way it looks, the Kessler syndrome, the Kessler effect might put us. I'm already shopping for a horse and wagon. I'm already shopping. Found myself a real good wagon. Four strong wheels. I just now I just need a horse. Oh my God, guys, I don't know. And our politicians do nothing, right? The political process doesn't work. It didn't work in Rome, right? It didn't work in Rome. Sean, why can't Space Force zap it or something? Because there's too many of them. There's too many. There's just way too many. Fly Eagles, fly 13. Eagles won yesterday. Go to bed now. Not yet, my friend. No, not yet. No, we got stuff to do still. Yeah, you see, look at Zara. Eagle, chill. Or fly. You're a good man. Like you're like, yeah. So it's okay. Oh, they do. They live in some pretty cool houses, tree houses. I haven't watched the news since 2017, but it is. But look, this is. Hey, where'd my screen go? I got to get a second computer. That's what I need. I got to get a second computer, so I can have one on my left side, one on this side. I got a 34-inch screen, but it's just not all of. Okay, so the next, let me get rid of this. I don't know if you guys know how the doing that inspect element to get rid of junk you don't want. Get rid of the advertising, debris strike. This is the whole basis to this whole thing. Debris strike prompts emergency launch. As China's UHZ1 astronauts were preparing to undock from the country's space station on November 5th, that crew found that their spacecraft had developed tiny cracks in its viewport port window. The cause was tagged to an external impact from space debris, rendering the craft unsuitable for a safe crew return. This incident called for the first emergency launch mission in China's human space flight program. An uncrewed cargo-loaded Shenzhou 22 spaceship was launched on November 25th, and I think it was all successful, right? If I recall, the Shenzhou saga ended well with the Chinese. There you go. Astronauts safely returning to Earth aboard the Shenzhou 21 spacecraft. It was the first alternative return procedure activated in the history of China's space station program. Well, you better get better at it because it's going to happen a lot more. These are little tiny. So here, what was the number? A 1 milligram. I mean, this is how crazy the numbers are. A 1 milligram piece of debris traveling at 70% the speed of light. 1 milligram would hit an object with the force of 8.6 megatons. Megatons. When you have velocity, you don't need much mass. And of course, even when you're going at, 20,000 miles per hour, going at, zooming around the Earth at 20,000, a little piece, a couple of inches across is going to do some serious damage. I mean, it might take out an entire space station. It hits the right piece, and all of a sudden everything starts, right? You guessed it, the Kessler syndrome. And all of a sudden we're back to horses, wagons. We're living like hobbits. And from hey, the way Peter Jackson made it look, it might not be too bad. You know what? You wake up, you go outside, you chop some wood, you get to your exercise. You go back in, you make some pancakes or something. Can you make pancakes? I don't know, maybe. But, a crew return was postponed because microscopic debris compromised the spacecraft window, Ja told Space.com. That decision to delay and substitute vehicles reflects responsible risk management grounded in complete knowledge. It also exposes a deeper issue, that is our collective inability to maintain continuous, verifiable understanding of what moves through orbit. Every fragment we leave aloft adds to a rising tide of uncertainty. That uncertainty is not merely statistical, it's epistemic. When the rate at which uncertainty grows exceeds the rate at which knowledge is renewed, safety margins erode. That's actually an interesting equation, right? When the rate at which uncertainty grows exceeds the rate at which knowledge is renewed, safety margins erode. Advocating the designing of missions, governance frameworks, and information systems that regenerate knowledge faster than it decays, he says. So I think we're good. So basically, what I really wanted to bring to the forefront there is the fact that the Kessler effect or the Kessler syndrome is alive and well, and it's happening. We are reacting to things as things hit chain reactions, or we're finding holes in spacecraft that render it unusable. It's happening, and it can only get worse. That's the big problem. It can only get worse because there's only more and more stuff being up there. So, but it's a good story. That came out, like an hour before going live, and I thought, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yep. So the other thing I wanted to, I've had this thing going, I know I'm going to do IMDb first. IMDb, the top 10, we could even do top 20 because I know they do top 100. IMDb, URDB, no, IMDb, see what they say. The top 25 sci-fi movies. IMDb. Top sci-fi movies 2025. I mean, it's just the season for all these top everything, right? Really? Best sci-fi movies released in 2025. Okay. So where do we start? 10? Holy no frickin'. Wow, some of these are. Is this the same list? Hold on a sec. Okay. That had to have been the worst because some of these movies I have not seen. I'm going to do the top 20. How's that? Let's do the top 20. Yeah, baby. So this is the top 20 sci-fi movies in 2025 as determined by IMDb. Oh, let me turn that down a little bit. I think that's better. There we go. As determined by IMDb, my friends. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Wait a sec. I'm not even allowed to say that now, am I? Like, that's illegal. I think, damn. You'll hear this big crash. Like the Merry Christmas police will come in and, where's Danny? Well, he went to jail. He was wishing a Merry Christmas 5 days after Christmas. 5 days after Christmas. Yeah, he's in Merry Christmas jail. Happy New Year. That's what it is. Happy New Year. So this is the top 25. And as this, hey, I'm a screenwriter. I've won many awards around the globe. So I am, this is my wheelhouse. Movies. I've been in Hollywood for 20 or LA for 20 years. Don't, please. If you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles, don't. I swear to God, you'll be living in your car before long. And it's a sad. Let's happy. Okay, let's do that. Where is this? Okay, let me hit the buttons. That's gonna pop this thing, and we are gonna do IMDb. Okay. Oh, I got to get it up here. Share screen. IMDb. please. Yeah, there's no real way to hide these things because it is add to stage. There we go. There we go. So here we go at number 20, right there. At number 20, IMDb says Afterburn. Afterburn. Oh, I got to change. Hold on a second. I got to change my, so this thing is it's not in my face. There we go. So, yeah, so IMDb says Afterburn. Didn't see it, but it's a 4.5? A 4.5? And really, it's number 20? All right. Lilo and Stitch is number 19. Wow, I would have thought higher. Especially well, just based on box office receipts, I guess, right? At number 18, Stranger Things, The First Shadow Broadway, 9.1. Well, that's shit. Number 17, It Ends. Everybody that saw It Ends told me that it was terrible. Terrible. I don't know what if you guys have seen it, but everyone that told me it was a terrible movie. Oh my God, The Electric State 2. This was the Russo brothers, and everybody said that I have not seen. I gotta probably find some time. It's one of those. These are like It Ends in The Electric State, or one of those movies that's good to watch when you're trying to go to sleep. You put it on, you'll be out in 5 minutes. Boom. Done. The Gorge, number 15, based on IMDb, top movies for 2025. Mickey 17. Yeah, I mean, I have not seen many movies this year. Companion. Okay. Have you guys seen Companion? I have not. Number 12. Coming up to number 12, Thunderbolts. Oh. Thunderbolt. I've seen Thunderbolts. I gotta move. I am not organized today. I literally need like a horse or something to kick me right topside the, my cranium. Get my screen organized here. Okay, there we go. Should have just did this right from the beginning. There we go. Yeah. So the Thunderbolts, I don't know if you guys seen Thunderbolts. I mean, I was so unimpressed by it. It's not the worst movie, but it certainly wasn't the best movie. It certainly, I mean, if this is the best Marvel can do with the slate of characters they have, I mean, let's go to number 11. Tron Ares? Okay, I would probably say Thunderbolts is above Tron Ares. I don't know what you guys would say, but I'm just saying. Number 10, Jurassic World Rebirth. A little bit of Scarlett Johansson love there. 5.9 on the IMDb rate card, eh? 5.9. Now we are in the final stages, my friends. Number 8, 28 years later. 28 years later. IMDb says it is number 9 in sci-fi movies. Number 8, The Fantastic Four, First Steps. Not a fan. Not a fan. But IMDb is calling it number 8. Number 7, Superman. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, the Gunverse. Whoever purchases Warner Brothers, the Gunverse is toast. It'll be scrubbed. It's. I mean, I don't know if you're expecting much from Supergirl. I'm not. It's a pretty kind of sad state of affairs. So, number 6, Predator Badlands, 7.3. Superman has 7.1. Feels a little bit high, but I guess, The Running. Oh my God. No freaking way. The Running Man at number 5. Oh, that is shocking. That is shocking. Frankenstein, number 4. Not the perfect movie. Basically, the second half of Frankenstein was The Shape of Water. Just exchange characters, and you have one movie for the other one. But it's certainly better than Running Man. Number 3, we're the top 3 IMDb sci-fi movies for 2025. The Great Flood, haven't seen it, at a 5.4. Really? What am I missing here? IMDb. Bugonia, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard good things about it, so maybe it is well-deserved. And number 1, Avatar, Fire and Ash for the number 1 sci-fi movie of 2025, as dictated by IMDb. There you go. That's the way it is, right there. Ah, oh man. Oh, let's get back to. There we go. I thought I had my things set up on the side, but it doesn't look like they're set up. So yes, that is. I don't know if that was a pretty strange top 20 sci-fi movies. I'm not even sure because I haven't worked on my own list, but I haven't seen enough movies. I've missed a lot of movies this year. I've missed a lot of movies because of the move from Los Angeles. First half of the year for me was crazy. Sarah, probably just like you. Oh, have a good night, Sarah. Did I miss something? Cool story. What did I miss? Maybe I'm talking with the lead singer of the band Fish. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. So, what else do we got? I'm gonna scratch these things off. We've gone through. Space news. So there's the Ultramassive. I don't know if you guys are into black holes. A lot of people are. I mean, I think they're one of the most fascinating things, literally, in the entire universe. If we figure out what is in a black hole, or what is a black hole is all about, what drives a black hole, what's in the center, what's behind the event horizon, what's the singularity. You could actually fall through a black hole and survive. It would have to be supermassive, and it would have to be it'd have to be not feeding. As long as it's not feeding and it's supermassive, it will not spaghettify you, and there's no heat generated, but it will be actually, because there's no heat, it will be near Kelvin, near absolute zero. So you would need to be in a spacesuit that warms you up. But you could pass that event horizon and see what's on the other side. Of course, you would never be able to tell anybody what's on the other side. But that is what a black hole is all about. Once you're across that event horizon, you're gone. It's over. So I got a video. Let's punch this baby up. Let's remove this. Yeah. Stop screen. We're going to this. And so the video is... this is about UHZ1. It is an absolutely incredible story. They found it this year, actually not too long ago, and it's the picture that they have is from 13.5 billion years ago. This thing was already supermassive. 300 or 400 million years after the Big Bang, it was already supermassive. They think it could be up to 100 billion solar masses today, which would be up there right with Phoenix A star. And it shows the magnitude of some of these titans in our universe, how big these things are. These things are massive. And UHZ1 is...
In our universe, we are finding celestial titans that break and defy our every expectation. Imagine a black hole so powerful that every year it devours the mass of 300 to as many as 3,000 of our suns.
I mean, our sun's pretty big. Like, it's not a small star. It's a pretty big star. It's a big 1.3 million Earths, right? And this thing is devouring, or was, so the images that they took was from 13.5 billion years ago. But to be consuming up to 3,000 of our suns, that is insane.
A supergiant monster, consuming matter at the fastest rate ever seen by a black hole, born within the first 500 million years after the Big Bang. It hides in silence, billions of light years away. Invisible, except for the immense amount of energy it unleashes. Now imagine that this celestial monster is growing faster than nearly any other black hole we've ever seen. This discovery is shaking the very foundations of astronomy, challenging long-held theories about how black holes form and grow.
See, the thing is, they did not expect to find a black hole of this size so soon after the Big Bang. It is an absolute anomaly. It's changed the way that they basically, and we don't know exactly how some of these giant primordial black holes have been, how they were created. But it proves, UHZ1 proves that there were supermassive black holes just a few 100 million years after the birth of the universe, or at least our section of the universe, however you want to describe it.
It sits in a small infant galaxy, hidden behind a group of galaxies called Pandora's Cluster. It's so far away that the light reaching us today began its journey when the universe was only about 470 million years old. That means we're seeing one of the earliest known black holes ever detected. And what makes it truly jaw-dropping is that it's already supermassive, with a mass of around 40 million suns.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Chandra's X-ray data shows that this black hole is growing at a tremendous rate, feeding on surrounding gas faster than almost any known black hole. When a black hole feeds, the matter falling towards it gets superheated, releasing intense X-rays before crossing the event horizon, the point of no return. These X-rays are what Chandra detects, and the signal coming from UHZ1 is powerful enough to have traveled for more than 13 billion years through space and time.
I mean, that is really one of the most incredible things when you really think about it, that these X-rays can actually survive for over 13 billion years. They've been traveling through space and they just hit Earth from over 13 billion years ago. I mean, that's crazy. It's hard. It's hard to put in perspective.
Reach us. What's truly shocking is how bright and energetic this black hole appears to be for such an early stage of the universe. It's not just feeding, it's feasting. Scientists estimate that it's gaining the mass of hundreds of suns every year. That may sound comparatively small, but for a black hole that young, it's unbelievably fast.
Because basically you would multiply hundreds of suns by billions of years. And when you do the math, UHZ1 today will be a titan, a monster. Now, it depends how much material has been around it the whole time. It can't feed the whole time. Eventually, it will consume everything that's within consumable distance. But during that time, it floats and ravages other pockets of material.
This discovery helps confirm that some black holes may form not from the collapse of stars, but from the direct collapse of enormous gas clouds. Instead of starting small and growing over billions of years, this black hole might have been born already massive, perhaps even up to 100,000 times the mass of our sun, and then continued to grow at an unbelievably intense pace. If that's true, it would explain how supermassive black holes appeared so early in cosmic history. Astronomers used both the James Webb Telescope and Chandra to make this discovery. James Webb first identified the galaxy UHZ1 in infrared light, spotting a faint but clear signature of a very distant and compact galaxy. Chandra then zeroed in on the same spot, detecting strong X-rays, a telltale sign of a feeding black hole. This combination of observations created a cosmic fingerprint, proving that UHZ1 is powered by a black hole growing at a faster rate than we even thought possible.
And it's one of these, we're finding more and more, and of course, I guess this black hole goes back to over 13 billion years. So we know that a few 100 million years after the birth of the universe, primordial black holes of the supermassive variety existed. What does that mean for the entire universe? Well, these things could be everywhere. Obviously, they're in the center of galaxies, but Sagittarius A star, the black hole at the center of our galaxy, is only 4 million solar masses. This thing over 13 billion years ago was 40 million, 10 times the size of our super massive black hole in the Milky Way. 10 times the size over 13 billion years ago. Its size today, like I say, it could be up to 100 billion solar masses. And we don't know how big black holes can get. There's the, what is it called? The Schwarzkopf limit, based on how big they can grow and at what speed. But this is changing the way we view the universe from a black hole perspective.
But this creates a huge problem. How is it growing so fast without tearing itself apart? Normally, a black hole's growth is limited by what's called the Eddington limit, a balance between gravity pulling matter in and radiation pushing it back out. As gas falls toward a black hole, it gets heated by friction and releases enormous energy. That energy pushes outward on the surrounding material, effectively limiting how much more gas can fall in.
And yeah, my Eddington limit, I got mixed up with the Schwarzkopf limit, which is the Eddington limit it creates a barrier as to how much material can actually be consumed by the black hole. And there's a limit, right? It's the Eddington limit. Black holes can only grow so fast.
It's like a cosmic speed limit for growth. If a black hole tries to consume faster than the Eddington rate, the radiation should blow away the material that it's trying to consume. Yet, the black hole in UHZ1 appears to be breaking that limit. How is that even possible? One idea is that it's feeding in chaotic bursts, swallowing giant clouds of gas so quickly that the radiation doesn't have time to push back before it's consumed. Another idea is that its accretion disk might be thick and funnel-shaped, allowing radiation to escape through the poles, while more material keeps falling in from the sides. This would let the black hole cheat the Eddington limit and keep growing at a runaway pace. There's also the possibility that it's spinning extremely fast. When a black hole spins, it drags the very fabric of space-time around with it, a process called frame dragging. This could make accretion more efficient and change how radiation escapes, again, letting it grow faster than normal physics would allow.
And I think this is one of these things that happens so often that on its surface, we see things and we think, well, just based on a cursory look, it's breaking the laws of physics. But when you go sort of underneath and you kind of scoop on the sides, you realize that there's reasons, and a lot of these reasons we do not know as of yet, we're just discovering them, that actually break some of these ideas like the Eddington limit that we have. And these black holes are growing faster than what the math might suggest. But we're just learning about this. And UHZ1, this supermassive black hole that we found near the birth of the universe, is changing a lot of things.
Whatever the explanation, this discovery is monumental because it offers a glimpse into how the first generation of supermassive black holes formed. For decades, astronomers have struggled to explain how black holes could become so massive so soon after the Big Bang. The black hole in UHZ1 might be a missing link, proof that some black holes formed through direct collapse and then experienced a short and furious growth spurt. Naturally, astronomers have begun wondering what this object might look like today. 13.4 billion years later. It's already 40 million solar masses when the universe was young. How massive could it be today? But black holes don't grow at a constant pace. They depend on the amount of available gas, dust, and stars nearby.
I'm actually doing a video right now too on Ton 618. I've done one video on it. And of course, it is a hyperluminous quasar, which is different than just being a black hole. Of course, there is a black hole at 66 billion solar masses, but it is similar in a lot of ways to UHZ1, although Ton 618 has been proven to be 66 billion solar masses. UHZ1, we only see it from 13.4 billion years ago. We don't know how big it is today. I mean, that's the one problem with the universe that we have, is the speed of light that distorts distance over with time. So we don't know, but they think it could be up to 100 billion solar masses.
Most reach a limit called the Eddington limit that controls how fast they can eat. If a black hole feeds right at that limit, its mass can double roughly every 45 million years, a timescale called the Salpeter period. In theory, if UHZ1 had somehow maintained that growth rate since its birth, it would have doubled hundreds of times and become larger than the entire visible universe.
So it's probably not that big, obviously. But the Salpeter period is one of these ideas of how fast black holes can grow.
Obviously, this is impossible. In reality, its growth slows dramatically once the black hole depletes its surroundings of any gas and nearby objects, or once its own radiation pushes material away. Scientists think that UHZ1's black hole likely fed aggressively for its first few 100 million years before entering a quieter phase. If it doubled its mass every 45 million years for about 500 million years, roughly 11 doubling periods, it could have reached 80 billion solar masses, placing it among the most massive black holes. But even a conservative scenario would place it at billions of solar masses, comparable to some of the largest black holes we've found at the center of galaxies today. If the UHZ1 black hole kept growing at that pace for only a short time, it could still easily be a few billion to as much as 100 billion solar masses.
I mean, 100 billion solar masses. So now that's as big as Phoenix A star. That would take, the size of our solar system would be infinitesimal when you put the size of 100 billion solar mass black hole. It would swallow our solar system. In one of the videos I've done, there's actually a picture, comparatively speaking, the size of 100 billion solar mass black hole compared to our, and the Phoenix A video. What is it like? It would take Voyager 1 over 2,000 years to fly across. 2,000 years. Voyager 1.
By detecting faint X-rays from the early universe, Chandra allows scientists to peer into cosmic history and see the first structures that formed in our universe. And when its data is combined with the infrared vision of the James Webb Space Telescope, it's like having two superpowers combined into one. It gives the ability to see both the hidden heat of the early universe and the violent energy released by black holes as they feed on nearby matter. The black hole in UHZ1 stands as one of the most extraordinary discoveries of modern astronomy. It's growing at a rate that defies our theories and shows us that the universe was capable of creating supermassive giants from the time it was born.
Well, that is UHZ1. Freaking massive. Stunning. Raj sounds made up. Well, it's not. It's not, bro. It's real. It's real. Very real. And of course, that's the crazy thing about black holes, right? That they are. I mean, we're just starting to understand them better. We keep learning things, just like finding UHZ1. We find a primordial black hole that is 40 million solar masses just after the birth of the universe, which is crazy. I mean, it changes everything that we know. Everything that we know about black holes is basically where's the does physics the is this the No, that's not the one. That's not the one. I thought it had different style. But anyway, that is UHZ1, a black hole that absolutely breaks, or that looks like in a lot of ways that it breaks the laws of physics. It shouldn't do that, but it does. I wonder what, it's a new discovery. UHZ1 black hole. I'm interested to see what AI has on it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to share this one. So this is, let's put this on the screen. Remove from studio. Stop screen. Well, and then let me put this up. UHZ1 black hole. And then, you got to hit so many buttons. Add that to stage. There we go. There we go. So this is, UHZ1 is a high redshift galaxy. Well, this is, yeah. Oh, wait a sec. Containing the most distant supermassive black hole ever detected in X-rays. Discovered in late 2023 through a collaboration of NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory and the James Webb Space Telescope. It is observed as it existed 470 million years after the Big Bang. Key characteristics of UHZ1 black hole. Its light traveled 13.2 billion years to reach Earth, meaning when we see it, when the universe was only 3% of its current age. Mass. The black hole is estimated to weigh between 10 million and 100 million suns at the time that we just discovered it. Today, it could be up to 100 billion solar masses. But 13.2 billion years ago, it was up to 100 million. They say 40 million solar masses. Uniquely, its mass is comparable to the total mass of all the stars. It's crazy. Comparable to total mass of all the stars in its host galaxy combined. So you take every star in its host galaxy, and it has more mass than all of those stars combined. Doesn't even make sense. In the modern universe, supermassive black holes typically account for only about 0.1% of their host's galaxy stellar mass. Sagittarius A star, which is our black hole at the center of the Milky Way, is 4 million solar masses. Gravitational lensing detection was made possible by the galaxy cluster Abell 2744, located 3.5 billion light years away, which acted as a cosmic magnifying glass, brightening the light from UHZ1 by about 4 times. The scientific significance, the discovery of UHZ1 provides the strongest evidence yet for the heavy seed theory of black hole formation. Direct collapse. Scientists believe this black hole formed from the direct collapse of a massive gas cloud rather than starting small and growing over time from a dying star. Because it was largely so massive, less than 500 million years after the Big Bang, it would have been difficult to reach such a size starting from a small stellar mass seed without exceeding physical growth limits. OBG candidate UHZ1 is considered to be the first detected candidate for an overmassive black hole galaxy, OBG, a theoretical class of objects where the central black hole is born massive. Well, it's born supermassive. That is, there you got those jets that stick out millions of light years. Like in Ton 618, which is the largest hyperluminous quasar at the center, is a black hole because it is feeding big time. Oh, that's a video.
UHZ1 is the most distant supermassive black hole ever detected in X-rays, observed as it was just 470 million years after the Big Bang.
Yeah, we don't need that. So that is where's the UHC1. Crazy black holes. Some people, and there's actually discussion now that black holes may not exist. That black holes, yes, they are mathematically, there's actually astrophysicists that are out there talking that, although we have taken, I just watched a video on some of the astrophysicists talking about that it's an anomaly that is not what we think it is. I'm not sure how they're describing it, but there are some, hey, look, there's flat earthers too, right? There's there's flat earthers as well, so we don't X-ray jets. Freaking crazy, man. Yes, Raj. Yes, my friend. Yes, it is. I would just I would be happy with, and I asked Santa Claus. I said, Santa, can you bring me like a spaceship so I can fly around at at no mass? Because if you go at the speed of light, right? If you can fly at the speed of light, your time travel would be instantaneous. You will get to let's say the Andromeda Galaxy 2.5 million light years away. If you were massless and went at the speed of light, to you it would be instantaneous. To everybody else, it would be 2.5 million years. Well, not to everybody else, those who were basically on Earth. Depending on your relative speed of light compared to, right? Because time slows down the closer you get to the speed of light. It would be, so I asked Santa Claus for one and he didn't bring me one. Just so I could go and visit a few planets and kind of hang out with the universe. But no, I didn't get it, but that's okay. Santa Claus is on my naughty list. I didn't get everything that I was that I was on my list. Actually, I had nothing on my list. What am I talking about? There's nothing on my list. Literally nothing on my list. So, are you guys ready? Are you guys doing anything for New Year's? I'm not. I'm staying. Actually, well, I'm going to be on for an hour or two tomorrow. Going to do some live streaming. Not just flat earthers. Happy holidays, Joseph. Absolutely. Thank you, Joseph. Happy holidays to yourself too. A safe holiday too for everybody. Please be safe. Raj, not just flat earthers, empty black holers also. We can write that down. Empty black holers. Empty. Exclamation mark. I think I have a sound. I do have a sound effect for that. I do have a sound. Where is it? Why is it so?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. That was very kind. Yeah. Yeah, I did write it down. Like right there, I wrote it down. Can you see it? It's scratched. Scribbled down. Hey, I don't lie, man. I don't lie. I'm not. And when people ask 10 years from now, hey, where did that term empty black holes come from? We'll point it to, what time was it? Where's the timestamp? 8:05 Eastern time. 8:05 Eastern time. Not just flat earthers, empty black holers also. Happy holidays from Joseph. Absolutely. I hope everyone had a good Christmas with, you don't even, I was alone. You could have a great Christmas alone. I did. I do. I like me. John Candy, right? John Candy. I like me. Plane, trains, and automobiles. I like me. And that's fair. Yeah, make sure to write that. I did, yes. So I think we're going to leave it at that for tonight's show. And be back tomorrow night. The last show of 2025 is tomorrow night. And I'm going to work on some videos I'm trying to get done. I got a TUN 618. I got a WOW Signal one. I've got a Star Trek one, USS Enterprise. I got so many things on the go. And I'm starting to I'm doing new videos in a new format, long form videos. So for 2025, doing a lot of things, changing them up, making things a little different. I am going to start video game streaming early next year. I was addicted to WoW. I was addicted to Age of Conquerors. Do you guys ever play Age of Conquerors? Age of Empires? I love... The game is 20 years old, and Age of Empires is still as popular as it ever was. And it's expanding. And look, it's a great game. Age of Emperors, Age of Conquerors, right? You guys, I have an addicted personality, so that's why I'm not much of a gamer. Because when I start gaming, oh boy! But I thought if I'm careful, because I was addicted to WoW. I'm thinking about streaming classic WoW, right? The classic WoW. Classic WoW is, can I say it, is classic? RuneScape. No, so that's one of the, I did for a little bit. Yes, I did for a little bit, Joseph. I did. Quake. Yeah, Quake 2. I have RuneScape. The new RuneScape I hear is awesome, right? The new RuneScape is awesome. Quake 2. Yeah, and this is what scares me, right? Because I've had friends, they've offered, like, Danny, come and play. It's like, dude, if I start playing, I'm screwed. Like, I mean, I haven't done drugs since I was 21, so like, it's not like I'm ever been addicted to drugs. But when it comes to video games and stuff like that, my personality is like a little lasso, and I hook. I mean, there is. I am more than happy to actually, if I'm going to be streaming some videos, video games, I should be a little bit, to pick some games out that are also generally more popular. I know classic WoW has a lot of people, and it's easy to play it, to level, to go. Everyone knows the zones in classic WoW. Not everyone, but you know what I mean, right? And it's easy to talk about stuff, to chit chat about space, universe, current events, sci-fi movies, gunverse, the demise of the gunverse in such a short amount of time. Is Zack Snyder coming back? Holy shit. Is Zack Snyder coming back? Do I applaud that? I don't know. I think he did a better job than James Gunn. I think he did. But then something, and yeah, so it's boy, YouTube is a competitive place. It is really competitive. I just started this stream, so I thank everyone for coming in. I thank everyone, Joseph, Raj. It's hopefully that coming in and doing some stuff that's maybe just a level, intellectually, a level above, right? Just intellectually a level above. And I think that's what a lot of the people that have come in, especially in the chat and everything, have been some really fantastic people. So I thank you all. I do. I thank you all. I will leave it at that for today, and we will be back tomorrow. Same bad channel, same bad time. The last day of 2025. My friends, keep it safe. What do you say, Joseph? I think the black hole talk is awesome and interesting. It is. And there's a whole lot more stuff from the black hole side. It really is endless. And I'm working on some guests, some fairly high profile guests for next year. And at least their people are at least talking to me. They've seen the stream and they like the stream. So thank you, Raj. Thank you for coming in. And Happy New Year. Have a safe New Year. Joseph, everybody else, I thank you. I appreciate you. We will see you the next time. I'm in tomorrow night. and have a great evening, my friends. Cheers.
Okay, children, let's take our seats.
Yeah, baby. Do it live. Get it.